This is Gaylord Oklahoma Memorial in Norman. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. It's the Texas A&M Aggies and the Oklahoma Sooners. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rose, some interesting storylines setting up in this one.
Guys, I caught up with the Texas A&M head coach before the game. He understands that they are walking into a very difficult situation today. Their opponents have a big winning streak on hand, but so do they. He said, I believe that we can come and set the tone early. Look for them to be very balanced in their play calling, show why they've won these games 3 in a row, and really set the tone here early in the first quarter. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Well, this is not what the doctor ordered in terms of starting field position. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Here's the handoff. Not much there. He gets 1 to the 11.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to throw. It's Mateer. Shoots it to the left. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Got room on the return. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Aggies.
What a play by the defense, coming out early in the game on the very first drive and setting the tone. Not just forcing a 3 and out, not just forcing a punt. How about creating a turnover and taking it to the house? Pick 6.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Zategna. He'll be out of bounds short of the 25 at the 22-yard line. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Moving out to the right. Trying to make magic with his feet. What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing. All right, guys, let's talk a little bit about Oklahoma. They've climbed into the top 10, been through some battles, proving themselves to be one of the best teams in the country. What do you think about their chances of staying there?
Well, they got to keep playing at a high level, and obviously they've had tons of success now to crack into the top 10. I'll tell you, when you get top 10, David, you get everybody's attention.
Makes the catch, and he's free. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. The Sooners racing to the line in the hurry up.
I just continue to be impressed watching this guy play. Good decision-making, very accurate. He's obviously got a lot of talent surrounding him, so no surprise with that last completion. He's now over 3,000 yards on the year.
They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
Quickly out to the tight end. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Sooners are marching down the field.
And the offense showing off this short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
This offensive scoring position with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Mateer. Bringing the heat. Nobody open, he just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's first and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to fire. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Well, the defense is making some big plays here right up against their own goal line. They forced 2 straight incompletions, now setting up third down. You're expecting pass again. Is this a situation where they're going to want to blitz, or do they stay back, play zone, and try to break on the ball?
It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. They want to run this quarterback. Stop! Nothing! Denied right in his tracks, and it's fourth down for this defense. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Bussy. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Takes the handoff. It's Owens. Turning it on.
He's moving. My players are running incredibly slow. Like the past couple of games I've played in every league.
They were backed up, and then suddenly they weren't. They've got it 1st and 10 now inside the 50. It's complete, and he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. The Aggies can really attack on this 2nd and short. The run inside. It's Owens. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Nothing the Aggies love more than saying howdy with a strong running game.
Yeah, how do you like that first down? How do you like that ground game? Like, that's what they've got to be built on. They got to have that toughness. When the Aggies have that toughness is when you see that their best teams are competing at a high level.
Texas A&M back to work with another first down. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Reed. They'll run the screen. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
Again, it's Reed. Under fire. Unloads to the wideout. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies! Can these guys guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and they'll get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
He'll bring it out. It's Sategna. He gets a block. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returner, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
He'll bring it out. It's Bussy.
Why, like, my players are not move. Like, it's like Turbo is not working for me. These are all 90-plus speed players I'm talking about here.
Reed throws to the wideout.
What the fuck? Why would he throw? Come on, bro.
You will not see that very often from this guy. It's second down.
Why would he high point it? Like, what the fuck is that? What? That's a horrible throw.
Wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Interesting to see if this
Bruh, snap the ball.
Here's a heat. Crosses the 35. Really good job to pick up.
I called one high route, and this nigga took 6 seconds to do, and did 2.
See if they can put the defense on its heels in 1st and 10. Maybe some room here. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. Might as well give it to him again. Hard running there.
What the fuck, bruh? Come on, man. He breaks 3 tackles.
We've reached the break, and Texas A&M
Or 2, however fucking many.
come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far.
That's ridiculous.
And a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Here's Reed to throw. He's going to run it. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. And the Aggies in the hurry-up. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Marcel Reed. He lobs one high down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
And this offense stays aggressive and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, 3rd and short, I'd love for you to run it, be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this defense.
This quarterback part of their running game. There he goes. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
Let's see what he can do with the return. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Got it behind the line. line. It's Tegna. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Rush is on him. They get to him as he throws. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page.
Breaks into the open. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. It's pretty obvious what's at stake here, guys. A top 10 matchup, winner, good shot at the playoff, and the loser is probably going to need some help.
Yeah, so further cementing your resume, making that exclamation point on the schedule, giving that committee something to look at and go, here's a top 10 win. This is a big deal for my schedule. Big proving moment.
And that's why you play football for one of these two programs, for games like this, for the opportunity to reach the college football playoff. You knew these two teams were on a collision course. That's the opportunity ahead of you to go get it done in front of a lot of eyeballs watching.
Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. A strike downfield. And he gets the 1st down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. The Sooners want to crank the tempo.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you can see the quarterback.
He's got it right on the field. Touchdown, Sooners! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
Nice job by the quarterback, hanging in the pocket, hanging in there. He knew he was going to take a lick. He took the lick, delivered a strike, and got the score.
Now they'll try the 2-point conversion and try to crawl within 3. He's not quite going to get there, and the try for 2 fails, and they are unable to cut into this lead any further. Coming out with it, it's Bussey. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Throwing Reed. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Steps out of bounds across the 25. They'll mark it at the 26, and a good pickup for this offense here. They'll move the tight end. In the gun, 3rd down, Reed. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Reed to throw for it on 4th. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Dropping back, it's Mateer. Floats it out in space. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And they'll try to tack on two. They'll try to pound their way in.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of two-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there. They didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Reed fires to the wideout. Finds his man. It's Craver. There he goes. The 20. The 10. To the house. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
And it's just such a great way to answer. Your defense just gives up a touchdown, no problem. Offense come out, see what the defense is in. The passing game makes the big play down the field and the immediate answer to get the momentum back in this football game.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. Bringing it back. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. To the air, it's Mateer. Now rolling to the left. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over, a chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. And the Sooners trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air on second down. Got a man. It's Sategna. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
He was not going to be denied, discarding tacklers, running behind his pads, and finally down to 40.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. It's complete. Makes a grab and room to run. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Buckle up, boys. I think more scores are coming.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
Lining up for the point after and the lead. And the extra point puts them on top by one. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the scoring play coming on a 56-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Bussey. gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Reed unloads to the wideout. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
You know, if you're going to complete these stagger throws, you've got to have great anticipation as a quarterback. You almost got to throw it before the receiver comes out of the break. You need better timing on that.
Makes the grab over the middle. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on 3rd down. He'll try to do it himself. Now he's going to send this one deep to the right. He's got it. Brought down after the huge gain. Gets this offense set up at the 27. The Aggies headed quickly to the line.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. Texas A&M will use its second timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Here's Reed to throw. Under fire. Touchdown, Aggies. They are lighting up the scoreboard. Every touchdown has an answer, it seems.
Well, all the different time management situations this head coach was using in the first half has led to this moment specifically right here. This is exactly what he wanted to have happen. He wanted to score a touchdown at the end of the first half, take a lead, knowing he's got the ball first in the second half. If they score a touchdown then, all of a sudden this thing starts blowing wide open for them, and all the momentum is on their side.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Right on the money. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, down the stretch we come on what's been a thrilling college football season. Week 11 filled with storylines. We start with Notre Dame taking on the Boston College Eagles. And it's the Fighting Irish who are rewarded for feeding their star. For some reason, he plays better at home, and this team plays better at home, as they did today. And that is a big late-season win over a team they may very well see again in the playoff.
The Aggies offense will have another go at it. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see.
Going to take a shot. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Offense staying on the field. They'll hurry up on fourth down. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Texas A&M going up tempo. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere. Just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do. But maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
A&M comes back out with another first down. Motion from the wide receiver. Throwing Reed. Oh, they're after him. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. Still second down, but now the offense is operating behind the chains. Stumbled to the ground.
See what I'm saying? Like, there's no speed whatsoever. That's like a 94 speed running back getting hawked down by a fucking edge rusher.
Now here's Reed. Pocket breaking down. Makes a connection. He is stopped well short of the first down, but they are still in field goal range, assuming they send the kicker out there. Fourth down, Reed. Fires quickly. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on fourth down. You're in the third quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. You just get the feeling that
makes the grab in their space. Got enough space. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all
I was going to say, if he get up out of that.
Put a stop to that return at the 22. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Finds the tight end. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Sooners are in the hurry-up. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is,
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Looking to throw again. Pressure coming. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. And back to the air on second down. Hit as he throws. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. To the air, it's Mateer. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown Sooners! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That is his third score of the game and now 14 on the season.
I love it. Nice play call, nice design. Get the ball to your speedster and let him do the rest. Try to find a way to isolate guys and get matchups, and you did it with your running back, slash receiver there, and he did the rest.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Bussey. He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Reed. Here's the pressure. Got his man on the right. And that's where they'll mark him, but a chunk play and they pick up a first down.
Well, a really nice catch there, and I'll tell you, ever since Texas A&M made the move to the SEC, their path to the national championship got way harder. If they're going to win today, they've got to come up with big plays in the passing game. This guy gives them that opportunity. He gives them a chance not just to compete for conference titles, but for national championships, too.
After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. Texas A&M back to work with another first down. Looking for space, it's Owens. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you've got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So the final period starts with a second down play. Play fake, Marcel Reed. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. And the Aggies, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Reed, the throw. Got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Aggies. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the fourth, and now they can smell 8 straight wins. And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the fourth. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Thomas. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Back to pass, it's Mateer. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here. In the fourth quarter, you're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
Ready, go. Second down, he'll throw it. Got his man. And makes the tackle at the 23 after he got 10. And the Sooners want to move quickly.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle and don't give up the big plays.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet. It's getting pretty close.
Well, the offense has the lead, and we call this 4-minute offense. This is a situation that teams around the country practice, having the lead late in the game and needing to ice it by running the football and throwing high-percentage passes.
Looking down the middle. This will be picked off. Maybe just the turning point they need.
That's insane. He just dropped it on his own. I didn't try to catch it because he was wide open. I didn't need to. That's wild. Free interception for no reason.
The Sooner offense returns to the field. So getting the ball back on that interception at least gives us a chance to have a finish in this one.
Yes, sir. Give it right back. Good. He didn't deserve the other interception. He didn't deserve the ball.
They mark him out of bounds right at the 20.
What a game game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Right back to the well. Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Here comes the heat.
Nigga, that's the bruh.
You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be 4th down.
These niggas are so whack for
Head
that.
out to line up for a field goal. There is no doubt. At this point in the game, this crowd knows how big this kick could be. Between the uprights, it's good. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
He'll bring it out. It's a technical. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the... Gonna take a shot. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up.
And I love the IQ by the defense on that play. Like, understand situational football. They're down by a couple scores. The clock is ticking. They need to make big plays. Nice job playing the deep ball and not giving up anything big.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. This time he's got his man. So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. Third down is coming. Now a little bit farther to go after the penalty. So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here.
Hello?
They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Just a short pass to the tight end. Moving past the 25. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. And when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium.
And even though they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him.
He's going to fire deep. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. The Sooners want to pick up the tempo.
And I would argue that's one of the most difficult things to play as a defense, is those second plays when they start to get outside the pocket. He does a great job buying time. And that, what does he do when he rolls out? It gives his receiver a chance to get down the field more, and then he chucks it downfield for the big completion.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Looking to the big tight end. Right on target this time. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw it again. Bring in the heat. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And this offense has another opportunity to put a scoring drive together. They've done a really good job, man. Their defense, yeah, it's been okay. Like, giving up a lot of points. Now they're in a situation where can you be clutch? Can you come up big in a 2-minute?
He got me.
This is caught for the way touchdown, so let's not put this one to bed just yet.
And this is always an interesting spot for me now because you're going to have to go for 2 regardless. I don't know if it's now or if it's later when you score, but at some point you're going to have to pull the trigger. So that's a you decision, but nice job by this offense getting the touchdown now to give yourself that opportunity to have a choice.
Bring it out. It's Bussy. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Here's Reed to throw. Fires to the right.
Wow, bro.
There's an interception. Oh, did they need that?
That's horrible. That's horrible, EA.
But what a play by the defense. They're trailing here in the 4th quarter by 1.
That's a good read by me. The corner just runs the route for me. After being... Come on, man.
The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
And if they're going to run the football late in the game in this situation, not that close to scoring zone, they've got to take a timeout here. You've got to make sure you save as much time as possible and communicate with your quarterback.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Back to throw. It's Mateer. Makes the grab. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Man, this is such a hard situation. That clock is your enemy, and you've got to push the ball down the field. But you know the defense is dropping back, so you can take the underneath stuff and go to your 2nd and 3rd read some, but we got to stay aggressive.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Makes the catch and steps out of bounds, but short of the 1st down mark. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Timeout, Oklahoma. That's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Direct snap. It's Owens. Breaks the tackle. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. The Sooners call timeout, and that's their last one. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout.
Shouldn't have even been that close. But EA had other plans.